Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hornby hobby. Seriously need to get a title sequence. So the great thing about this hobby, and hobbies like this in general, allow you to get in touch with your creativity, your creative side. Because not only is there always something to be doing, you know, there's always locos to maintain, there's always rolling stocks check over, there's the track to clean, which could do with having a clean. But there's also scenics. And I'm still getting into the process of scenery. I mean, I've barely got anything at all apart from pretty much that station and maybe that cottage over there at the far end that Mum bought me. But you may have seen in one of the previous episodes, like maybe 4 or 5 episodes ago, our electrician Warren from work got me a full bag of scenery stuff, and I hate that switch. I ought to move it. And among them was, of course, these weird things, and the other one, there were trees, and there was a set of platform stairs, but there was also like a couple of huts and stuff that I really like the look of. So I've been spending the whole day painting my favourite things, things that I really want to put on the layout. So here we have an old hut. Basically I did a base colour with like a burgundy type brown, which I think was it that one? It might have been a matte 73, or it might have been a matte 82. I don't know, but it was like a burgundy brown red. Okay, that was the base colour, and after that dried, I added in obviously the detail on that window, which is literally just white, which is matte 34. And then all the way around it, on the top and bottom, I added in 2 different shades of green, which are, yeah, which ones did I use? I always note down what I end up using for things. I think I used a Super Enamel 101. Now, this is one of the old Humbrolls. And it might have been a Revel SM360. I really can't remember. But I decorated it pretty much all the way around, especially on the chimney. I wanted to make it look like there was moss coming out of the chimney. Light brown, which is I think it might have been a matte 82. Yeah, matte 82 for a barrel on the outside, and just a grey for the roof. The grey is the grey is a matte 32. Okay, and I think that looks really nice. It's just going to be a little hut that's just out there in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a field or something. And, you know, the door's off at the minute. I'm going to paint that up, and then I'm going to maybe have it hanging off its hinges a bit. And so, you know, this is the kind of place where, you know, you trudge through long grass to get to it, and then there's the door hanging off its hinges, and then you go in, and then there's rotted beams and everything. Speaking of the inside, I am going to paint the inside black, and then maybe try and get some tiny lights and light up the window or something. I don't know. Just give it a little bit of extra detail, and I really love this. And then I think that will look really good, just like a little shack just at the side of the track somewhere. I don't know. Then there's this. The paints that I've got dry remarkably quick. There is also this, which is pretty much another hut, but slightly different. It has a drain pipe. This is the base colour for the moment. Then I'm going to add in maybe lighter roof tiles, because this is actually a tiled roof. lighter roof tiles, and then there's wood panelling, so I'm going to add in bits of rot, and then again the same as this, I'm going to add in the greenery, so there's going to be moss, and you know, there'll be stalks and vines and whatnot cloaking it. This is basically the best way to start off. If you want to do a building that's frayed and decrepit and derelict, if you want to do one of them, do it good first and then work your way backwards, because it's hard to make something look damaged while you're painting it, essentially. So make it good and then add scratches, add scrapes, rip parts off, things like that. So yeah, that's your base colour. Then that's what adding a few details gets you. The next thing was this. Now, I want to call this a burger van / hot dog stand / newspaper stand. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I still haven't decided. I also think the door for that is over here. Yeah, the door for that is over here. Again, painted it with the base colour. Once that dried, it makes it so much easier to apply the paint that you want. I recommend using stain block, okay, which is this stuff. It's in an aerosol can. You shake it up and then you spray it, and it gives you a nice thick or thin coat of a base layer. You know, your first layer, so then the paint will stick to that. I'm yet to do the roof. But yeah, I really don't know what it's going to be used for yet, but you can see what I'm trying to go for. This isn't even going to be the final thing. I might try and add in some ballast effect around the edges to make it look like it's, you know, the dust from ballast and just hanging around the trains has, you know, gotten to it. You know, like when you've been in a home of a smoker and then the walls are literally yellow. Something like that, but on a steam train scale. That stupid switch. It's still a bit sticky, so that's the reason why it was upside down. These trucks that came with the diesel from Belfast, I have done pretty much what I did with that first truck and just painted them fully black and then used a tissue to wipe away the majority of the paint and make it look like coal dust. Now, what you're better off doing is getting powders, because that will really give you the right effect that you want. Okay, they look like they've been used a million times under the coal hopper. Like, if you look at the Thomas episode, Thomas's New Trucks, you see Thomas's old trucks are filthy and rusted. And that's kind of what I want to go for. Rolling stock that gets used should look used. And in fact, I could actually put these on the layout now, because they're dry enough to handle. And those do look good as a trio. They really, really do. You can't even see the original colours anymore. Now, there is one more thing I've got to show you, and it is this. Now, this is Smoky Joe. Now, I've wanted to do a rusted out engine that's been left in a shed for years, and rust has just claimed it. And I really, really love the way this has gone. Again, I did a base layer of stain block. Then I used these two paints, the Matte 73 and the Matte 82. I used them to cover it in rust and then add lighter shades of rust. And then I added the grey and touches of black to make it look like, you know, the paint is coming through. So, you know, oh, that engine used to be black, you know, that kind of thing. And I really love the way it's turned out. So the main reason why I've done this is because the motor in Smoky Joe is just not behaving, and I can't find another motor retaining clip. I don't want to buy another Smoky Joe, which is actually ironic because I'll tell you that why in a minute. So I've taken the motor and the pickups out. I've gotten rid of them. So now it's just a freewheeler. So the wheels will just turn on their own. Because what I really want to do is have a shunter or something, find this, pull it out, take it to the repair workshop, and then it comes out as new. Now, the reason why I said it was ironic that I don't want to buy another Smoky Joe is because I have bought another Smoky Joe, the centenary version, because I have to have the centenary version. I wanted to do like a transaction, so this Smoky Joe goes in and then a brand new spanking one comes out. So that's the reason why that's come out like that. And of course, it's not just that I'm doing. It's also the metal chassis, which I think looks pretty good. And the paint is actually drying quite nicely. I will add some touches of grey to that. But if we put them together, how does it look? Does it look like a rusted old engine? It's not really going together. I think maybe those layers of paint have done it. But yeah, if you just try and imagine a grey, a few dabs of grey on that, I think that looks pretty nice. I really do. Just like that, just abandoning a siding, that looks beautiful. I will have to do a detailing on the wheels as well. Oh, God. Oh, that is... Wow, I think I put too much paint on. But yeah, it's really going to be a one-time thing. So when we get the new Smoky Joe, I might actually do a little transaction where that gets pushed into the shed if I have one by then, which I don't, and then just a brand new Smoky Joe just comes forward doing a dramatic reveal. So I might just do that. Another thing is Paxton. I've been doing some detailing on him over the weekend and just been doing basically the same thing, adding in light and dark washers where I want to show the most and least amount of dirt. You know, the British Railways logo is pretty much covered up. The number, you can barely see it anymore unless you really look close. You just have to dab it all over the place. And then if you're not happy with it, you're better off wiping it away as quick as possible. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I haven't done any more work on anything else. Not that I can think of anyway. Princess Elizabeth is still running, which is Bonza. Lion Scotsman's still behaving, but I thought I'd put it over there just so it's out of the way. I need a place to put these coaches so then you can leave the main line free. And then obviously over time I'll be adding more and more to this layout, making it look even better. One of those Pullman coaches I might turn into like a coach cafe like there is at the Midland Railway. Because there's like one that's just on a siding and you can just go in there and it's like a tiny little gift shop. So try and do that. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing with my weekend. So if you've got your own railway, if you've got your own railway, then grab some of your scenics and give them a good paint. Make them look how you want them to. You know, this video is not sponsored by Hornby. I should mention that. So yeah, pretty much been spending the weekend painting. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then like, comment, and subscribe. Always much appreciated. And until next time, stay safe and thanks for watching.